Hey guys, Alicia Crook here from Massage Champions. What I want to share with you today is a bit about something that comes up for so many therapists that I speak with that know that they are great at what they do. Really have a knowledge in a sense that the treatments that they perform for their clients is amazing, but they lack confidence. Not so much in the treatment side of things, but when it comes to business. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I know for me as a therapist that this was something that I struggled with back in the early 2000s when I studied, was that I felt like at the start it was like, oh, you know, can I get a result for my clients? I don't feel as good in my treatment style as my mentors and those who taught me. I haven't had as much experience. And I had this epiphany one day. I was just doing my last diploma prac exam, and I had this epiphany that I realized that as I had finished that exam and as I passed, that I actually had the same qualifications as the people that were teaching me. And I thought, now I don't have their experience, but the only thing that I can do to get that is to just keep massaging. So I had the same authority as my lecturers. And it's the same with you. If you've got a Cert 4 or a diploma or advanced diploma or a degree, you actually have the same piece of paper as the people who have trained you. So you have the same authority as them, and the difference between possibly what you're like when you're very first starting out and what you're like at what they're like now is that they have a certain certainty around who they are and what they perform. Now, often business knowledge is, we think that it will be a reflection of that knowledge and certainty. The more we know in treatment, obviously the better we'll be in business. But the truth is not always the case. Often you can be a very good therapist, very good technician. You might have invested thousands of dollars on, education and learning about different techniques and going and doing extracurricular, learning and CPE, and fantastic. But that doesn't always correlate to business confidence and feeling really great as a business leader. Now, what we discovered when we spoke to literally thousands of therapists is we put this together. You might have heard us talk about it. It's called the Health Leader Ladder. And what this one at the bottom here is talking about newbies and explorers. And it talks about in terms of time, how much time are they investing in their business? And how much money are they making? How many clients are they seeing? Now, what we usually find is that people down the bottom here, at the bottom, are newbies. Newbies are usually seeing 0 to 5 clients a week, maybe charging $60 to $70-ish, and their challenge is fear. It's confidence. It's like, can I even get a result for my clients? Now, some people are still sitting in this particular place, up to 15, 20 years after they graduated. For other people, when they get to Explorer, which is the next one up here, so Explorers are kind of looking at between sort of 5 to 10, maybe 12 clients a week. That's usually what they're seeing. They're usually charging kind of $70 to $80 a session. Now, explorers know that they're good as a therapist and are learning to put themselves out there to attract clients in. Now, often this is the stage where people realize they have that epiphany of, hang on, I am really good at what I do and I know that I'm amazing, but now I don't necessarily want to say I'm amazing because that feels a bit weird. So confidence comes from realizing that you are awesome and then learning the steps that you need to be able to put yourself out there. Now, I think of it like this. When you very first started massaging and started treating, you would have opened up your anatomy book. I remember my anatomy teacher, his name was Frank Flynn. He was a physiotherapist, scary as hell. And I remember us, opening up our books, and the very first muscle that we were learning was sternocleidoid mastoid, and I counted there were 17 letters. I thought, that's it, I'm screwed. I'm not even sure I can do this. Now, fast forward a few years later, I had somebody come to see me with one-sided migraines, had a whiplash, sustained a whiplash injury years before, never had any anterior work done on their neck, and I realized that, hang on, I actually know that. Not only do I know how to spell that muscle, I know what its origin, insertion, attachment, and I also know its function and how, in relation to the client's problem, I can solve it. And I thought, I really am getting this stuff, because during my training, I had learnt the foundations that I needed to be able to understand that muscle. Now, business and marketing are exactly the same. It's just often you're not equipped to have those things in place. And so we assume that we should just know that stuff, and then we kind of go, but I don't know that stuff, and then we kind of think, oh, but maybe that's because I'm just no good at business. And we kind of have all these stories that we can tell ourselves. And so confidence actually comes from making a decision, understanding your evidence of success, making a decision that says, you know what, I'm actually really good at this stuff, and I am going to choose to put myself out there. I'm going to choose to just be the authority in this space and to give my clients the amazing service that I offer, and I know that I get them a great result. So confidence actually comes from, it's a decision. It's a decision that says, I am going to do this, and I'm going to step up and do what it takes. And that's also, if you listen to a bunch of our other videos, it's also about it's about building the muscle of business, which is what gives you more confidence. When you know what steps to take, it's so much easier to feel confident about the ones you're actually making. I trust this helps, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video as we help you turn your passion into a rocking business.